Hi folks, hope you're well. So, they had the tea and coffee morning thing at the church down the road again. So I went down there, said hello to a few people, and one of the ladies I'd seen a week ago or a few weeks ago, not sure, a while ago anyway. And yeah, I spoke to her for a while today, and she said she's moving back to the south of England soon because God told her she has to move down there again. Okay. And she's going to a college. And there was two colleges that she might go to. A Christian version and a world version college. And yeah, the world version college, the course is better but harder, and she would learn more from that than she would with the Christian college course. So yeah. And she was saying, oh, the churches down there are amazing now. They're completely full. And people from Africa come to this area. And they're in the churches down there now. And she said, oh, the churches are a lot better now because they're full now. And yeah, it's a lot better. And yeah, I said, well, okay. I don't know about that at all because obviously I've been in the area for years. But after thinking about that, I was thinking, of course, a lot of people from African areas want to live in this country, and there's ways to do that, but most of them come from the other countries like France and come from there in a boat, and so therefore they say they are Christians, or they say they're gay, and in their country people don't like them because they're Christians or gay. But they're actually Muslims. Because obviously if you want the people to say you can live here, then that obviously they want to think, if they say no, you could be killed if you go back to your country. So therefore a lot of people lie, and the best lies is saying they're gay or Christian, or both. They're a Christian gay person. Yeah. So, and most of those people will be in the area, the south area of England, because in the area that's where the boats go to, that area, well, the south each area. So it doesn't mean that all those people are really Christians. And also the Christians from that area as well, they have a lot of issues with their culture, and they bring the culture into this area, or the churches they go to, and that's not good for the churches. So therefore, yeah, we will see. Yeah, in about 10 years' time, we will know exactly if there was God revival, or people were lying. It was the devil doing it rather than God. Because, if people are lying to live in this country and saying they're Christians, then obviously they have to go to a church. They have to go to a church, because the people who are, dealing with the law thing, they will look at what they're doing, and obviously, if they've got a pastor, the pastor will say to the people who are doing the law thing, "Oh, that person comes to our church, and I will say that person is a Christian." And as I say, right now, the problem is, if those churches won't say anything that could be offended, then will they ask questions? No. If they see something that looks a bit wrong, will they ask about that? No. If someone does ask about that, that person will be told, "Shut up. You can't ask that question to that person, because that person could be offended." So therefore, no. Go to God rather than ask that person. And therefore, if those churches don't care about fruit as well, like most churches, then if there's no fruit from those people, how can you test if those people are really Christians? So again, if I was the pastor of that church, and there was a lot of African people there trying to live in this country, saying they were Christians, and asking me to say to law people that they were Christians, I would say, no, I can't say that. I can't say that. Unless I know completely that you are, I can't say that at all. No. Of course not. Because again, do I know? If you've been in the church for years and years and years and years and years, and I know who you were before and who you are now, then maybe I can say, "Oh, I know that God has helped this person to be a better person now." But yeah. And so right now there's a lot of churches from African areas. So therefore, do you know? Because again, people won't say what they're doing is wrong. They won't say that. So therefore I will, but other people won't say they're wrong. Because for me, okay, if the pastor during the service is on the floor, shaking, pretending that the Spirit is doing that, then I will say that and say, "Excuse me, that's wrong. What are you doing?" Yeah. And if all what they want to do is dance all the time, and shouting most of the time, and making a lot of noise all the time, then again, is that of God? Because if you do that in your country, then you should ask the questions, why are you doing that? Because again, I've said before, with African churches, they do things like what's it called? Well, that sort of culture. Yeah. Because years ago, they had witchy people that was using drugs and making people dance, and they were banging drums also to make people dance, and shouting as well when they're doing it, and people thought that was a spirit making them do it, but it wasn't. It was drugs. And so therefore what they do in churches is pretty much the same. Again, do I know exactly what they were doing years ago in those countries? No. But, when I've seen films about it, and, again, the films could be wrong. Of course, they could be. But, again, when you go to a church from the areas, it's exactly the same as that film was saying. It's the same. So therefore, the film was right about what they do and their culture. So therefore, if their culture was like that years ago, and for years and years and years, and they're still doing that same things in a church, then you have to ask questions if it's of God. There you go.